In the corridors of power, secrets echo louder than truths, and the FBI, a master of shadows, holds keys that could reshape political landscapes. Imagine a web spun not just to ensnare a governor, but with threads that reach the highest echelons of political power. Our journey begins in the dimly lit alleys of a kidnapping plot, but brace yourselves, this is no ordinary tale. Was this a gambit designed to imprison a presidency? Let's find out.
Welcome to TFI Global, the antidote to mass delusion.
We are talking about the Michigan kidnapping plot targeting Governor Gretchen Whitmer. A chilling narrative has emerged revealing a tale of government overreach and manipulation. While the initial storyline depicted the FBI as valiant defenders of democracy, recent revelations expose a starkly different reality marked by entrapment, dubious tactics, and a disconcerting alliance between federal agents and informants. The alleged kidnapping scheme, unveiled with great fanfare in October 2020, implicated 6 men facing federal charges, alongside 8 others facing state charges. Swiftly becoming a political tool, Democrats, including Joe Biden, seized the opportunity to link the plot to then-President Trump in the run-up to the 2020 election. BuzzFeed's investigative report in July 2021 pulled back the curtain on a disconcerting truth. The FBI's confidential human sources were not passive observers, but active participants in shaping the alleged conspiracy. The number of informants equaled the number of defendants, raising troubled questions about whether the conspiracy would have existed without their instigation. Court documents and subsequent reporting by Real Clear Investigations unfolded a narrative featuring cash payouts, undercover FBI agents, and the alleged ringleader, Iraq War veteran Dan Chappelle. Chappelle played a pivotal role by infiltrating the Wolverine Watchman group and cultivating relationships, particularly with Adam Fox, identified as the alleged mastermind. Chappelle's involvement became a linchpin in the episode. The court documents painted a picture of a carefully orchestrated entrapment operation. The number of informants actively engaged in the alleged conspiracy raised eyebrows, challenging the narrative of a spontaneous criminal plot. The unsettling question lingered: to what extent did the FBI's involvement drive the course of events? BuzzFeed revealed the FBI's methods for the first time in July 2021, when reporters Ken Bensinger and Jessica Garrison revealed shocking information based on court documents as the case was about to go to trial. They discovered that the number of defendants and FBI confidential human sources involved in the plot was the same. An examination of the case by BuzzFeed News also reveals that some of those informants, acting under the direction of the FBI, played a far larger role than has previously been reported. They wrote, working in secret, they did more than just passively observe and report on the actions of the suspects. Instead, they had a hand in nearly every aspect of the alleged plot, starting with its inception. The extent of their involvement raises questions as to whether there would have even been a conspiracy without them. Adam Fox, Barry Croft Jr., Brandon Siseta, Daniel Harris, Ty Garbin, and Caleb Franks were among the 6 individuals ages 22 to 44 who were charged on federal offenses related to plotting to kidnap and deploy a weapon of mass devastation. The state was charging 8 other people. BuzzFeed meticulously reenacted a significant portion of the defendants' activities from March to October 2020, including their attendance at field training drills and their monitoring of Whitmer's homes. The entrapment operation was first reported by BuzzFeed, but further reporting by Real Clear Investigations and information from court documents, the entrapment operation includes monetary transactions made in secret, parties that are drug and alcohol fueled, and an FBI investigator who abused his wife. The men's accusers' public defenders have named at least 12 FBI informants and 3 undercover operatives who were overseen by FBI officers in many field offices and were in charge of framing the men. In this case, the undisputed evidence establishes that government agents and informants concocted, hatched, and pushed this kidnapping plan from the beginning, doing so against defendants who explicitly repudiated the plan. Defense lawyers wrote in a December 25, 2021 motion. When the government was faced with evidence showing that the defendants had no interest in a kidnapping plot, it refused to accept failure and continued to push its plan. At the heart of the operation stood Dan Chappelle, a 34-year-old Iraq War veteran and contracted truck driver for the US Postal Service. According to the official narrative, Chappelle purportedly joined the Wolverine Watchman in early 2020 to enhance his firearm skills, with group interactions primarily occurring on social media. The government's account contends that Chappelle, alarmed by online discussions about harming police, confided in a law enforcement friend in March 2020. Just a week later, the FBI enlisted Chappelle as an informant. In the subsequent 7 months, Chappelle methodically ingratiated himself with the group, focusing particularly on Adam Fox, the report mastermind at 37. Despite media portrayals of Fox as a military leader organizing a white supremacist army, he, in reality, lived as a homeless man in the basement of a Grand Rapids Strip mall's vacuum repair shop. Described by a co-defendant as Captain Austin, Fox found an unexpected ally in Chappelle. Fox's attorney, Christopher Gibbons, revealed that Chappelle assumed a paternal role for his fatherless and destitute client. Thousands of exchanged texts and recorded interactions marked their unconventional relationship. Chappelle, acting as a chauffeur for Fox, who lacked a vehicle, took him to various gatherings and staged events. Shockingly, trial testimonies disclosed that Chappelle offered Fox a prepaid FBI-authorized credit card 3 times, each with a $5,000 limit to aid in purchasing firearms and ammunition. Despite his financial struggles, Fox declined the offer on every occasion. Known as Big Dan within the group, Chappelle initiated encrypted chats and provided real-time access to his FBI handlers from the Detroit FBI field office as the elaborate plan unfolded. Discussions among informants and targets delved into scenarios like blowing up a bridge near Whitmer's summer cottage, assassinating her security detail, and subjecting her to a makeshift citizen's trial in Wisconsin over COVID-19 lockdown policies. Absurd notions, including the use of a military helicopter, surfaced in their talks. The incident at the Michigan State Capitol in April 2020 takes on added significance in the context of subsequent events on January 6. Chappelle's interaction with Watchmen members during the April incident, where protesters sought entry, mirrors the later events in Washington. Chappelle's communication with his FBI handler prompted an order for the Michigan State Police to stand down, allowing the breach. The subsequent promotion of Stephen D'Antonio, head of the Detroit FBI field office during the Whitmer case, to lead the Washington, D.C. field office ahead of January 6th raises unsettling questions about the continuity of tactics between the two events. Adding gravity to the incident, it emerged that Stephen D'Antonio, head of the Detroit FBI field office during the Whitmer affair, was promoted to lead the Washington, D.C. FBI field office 3 months before January 6th. In return for his services, the FBI compensated Chappelle with a substantial sum, totaling at least $54,000 in cash. A portion, handed over in December 2020, comprised a $23,000 envelope as payment for a supposedly accomplished mission. Following the Department of Justice policy, Chappelle received cash payments. The Bureau further supplied him with personal items like a laptop and tires, and even facilitated his use of a rented SUV, financed by the FBI, for transporting targets to various locations as part of the intricate trap. Chappelle and other informants veered off the path of standard FBI protocol by engaging in behavior explicitly discouraged by the agency: intoxication, shared hotel rooms, and active suggestion of ways to advance the alleged kidnapping plan marked their interactions with the targets. The creation of a fictitious militia, the 3% Patriot Militia, and the appointment of Fox as its leader further blurs the line between legitimate investigation and manipulation. The trial, held in March 2022, exposed a litany of FBI misconduct, thrusting the agency's questionable practices into the limelight. Public defenders representing the accused shed light on a shadowy network involving at least 12 FBI informants and 3 undercover agents, all under the management of FBI officials from various field offices. The trial's revelations painted a picture of a convoluted web of collaboration between federal agents and informants, calling into question the integrity of the investigation. The defense centered on exposing FBI misconduct, deeming the group's actions as mere crazy stoned talk. Caserta and Harris' complete acquittal dealt a blow to the government's narrative, rejecting the portrayal of a genuine criminal conspiracy. Yet the case veered unexpectedly when Fox and Croft faced a mistrial due to the hung jury. The Justice Department's decision to retry signaled a commitment to convictions, raising concerns about the judge's conduct. The defense accused the judge of limiting crucial evidence essential to unveiling FBI manipulation. The trial became a battleground, with the defense exposing manipulation while the prosecution clung to a narrative of a legitimate conspiracy. Fox and Croft's subsequent conviction in August 2022 marked a setback for the defense and a triumph for the Justice Justice Department. Lingering doubts about the judge's actions and evidence exclusion continued to question the conviction's legitimacy. As appeals unfolded, the legal battle expanded into a broader discourse on law enforcement ethics, sparking discussions about transparency, accountability, and safeguards against potential abuses within the criminal justice system. Post-trial, Fox and Croft appealed, exposing alleged FBI pressure and manipulation. Emphasizing Judge Jonker's pivotal decision, the defense aimed to challenge convictions, stressing FBI tactics of exploiting societal unrest. Excluded evidence became a focal point, revealing FBI orchestration. In a related state case, acquittal strengthened Fox and Croft's appeal. The government's weak showing, with only 2 convictions out of 10 defendants, questions case credibility. The state acquittals highlight challenges in convincing juries, casting doubt on evidence strength and FBI tactics reliability. The ongoing appeal prompts public scrutiny of the FBI's role in the Michigan kidnapping plot. Ethical concerns and questions about justified actions in averting a threat emerge, influencing not just Fox and Croft's fate, but also public trust in law enforcement. This Michigan case reflects broader debates on the FBI's national protective role. In this tale of FBI antics, initially hailed as a justice triumph, the Michigan kidnapping plot is now unmasked. As Fox and Croft appeal, the FBI's methods are exposed, hinting at more than a failed conspiracy, potentially a plan with repercussions reaching the highest levels of power, shaping the destiny of a presidency. In the twisted scenario where the kidnapping plot had succeeded, all eyes would have pointed accusingly at Trump. A successful execution of the plan could have left him incarcerated, dealing a severe blow to any chances of a triumphant return to the political stage. The repercussions of such an event could have forever altered the trajectory of Trump's political career.